Welcome everyone to Yoga with Zack. I'll be taking you through this practice today. As you can see, we're somewhere in the middle of the woods. This is along a path where people are walking, so you might hear some families coming by, talking, chatting. But I found this spot. It just seemed right, so I wanted to just come and practice with you guys here from this location. And that's kind of life, right? People coming in and out of our lives, a few distractions here and there, but kids walking, families, that's a beautiful thing. So we'll take that as it comes for this practice. I bet you find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes, lengthen your spine, deepen your breath, and begin to let go of anything you might have brought into your space here today. Maybe you're finding this practice outside, somewhere beautiful as well. If that's you, enjoy it. If you're inside in your sanctuary, maybe that place is just perfect for you today. But wherever we find ourselves, this moment was created perfectly for us, well in advance of us being here. And before we were born, it was determined that we'd be in this space, we'd take time for ourselves, that we would find breath, space, place that God purposefully designed for us. So take a moment just to let that sink in. This moment was created perfectly for you. A couple of rounds of deep breath, breathing in and out. I invite for you to let that breath begin to ignite a fire, starting in your lower belly, traveling to your heart. Your heart is that well of love, of passion. What makes you passionate in life? What are you passionate for? There's been something that's been on your heart you wanted to go out and reach for. You wanted to grasp. Maybe that fire's been burning for long enough in your heart that you want to let that out, ignite that into the world. Maybe that passion is to teach. Maybe that passion is to mentor youth. Maybe that passion is to write music or poetry. Maybe that passion is to help the underserved. Let's let that sink in. What's that one thing that's been on your heart? That fire's been stoked. You can no longer contain it. It's ready to unleash into the world. And you're that vessel. Just a couple moments here of silent breath. Preparing your heart, mind, body, and soul for your practice today. Begin to roll the shoulders up, back, and down from the ears. Warm up, move the body. Continue to warm it from the movement and the breath. A couple more shoulder rolls, releasing any tension we might have brought into this practice in our neck, our upper back. And the next inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, chin drops down to the chest. Let the head fall, hanging heavy. Chin falling towards the chest. Then we're going to make some small movements. The chin along the chest. Inhaling up towards one shoulder. Exhale, dropping back down. And then inhaling up towards the opposite shoulder. Let that roll a little bit, side to side. Shin back to the chest. Head lifts back up. And then right ear drops towards right shoulder. We just let that head hang a little bit. Right hand can assist in that stretch. So we're not pulling, craning on the head and neck. Just a little bit of a gentle weight. We feel the left shoulder pull down. Most importantly, throughout our practice, we continue to breathe. That breath continuing to ignite that fire. Head lifts back up. Left hand to the head. Gentle release. Left ear towards left shoulder. One more deep round of breath. Breathing in. And exhale. Release the hand. Head comes back up. Shoulders another roll up, back, and down. Inhale. Sweep out, lift up. Big reach to the sky. Palms touch. Exhale. Hands lower, heart center. Inhale. Sweep out, lift up. Palms touch. Hands lower, heart center. And then on your own, following your breath. Take several rounds of this movement. Your breath is the guide. Just settling into your space that was created perfectly for you, for this moment. Relax the hands down. We're going to take the left leg out slightly to the side, right sole of foot into that leg. Inhale, sweep out, lift up, big reach to the sky, turn towards that left leg, and then begin to drop down. Hands can be on the thigh, the shin, maybe the fingers reach towards the toes. We start rolling the right shoulder, right elbow in. Engage, inhale, reaching forward, shin towards the toes. And then exhale, lower the head down. Inhale, lift up, pull through. Exhale, release the head down. Left hand remains on the leg, foot, or strap if we're using one today. Right fingertips reach up to the sky. And then we reach over towards those left toes. Big lengthen through that side body. Inhale, reach. Make sure we're not crunching into that left side body. Instead, we're reaching up and over as we exhale further. One more round of breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Drop the right hand back down. So hands, arms frame that leg. Inhale, lift up. Big reach to the sky. Right hand plants back behind us. Hips lift up. Left fingertips reach to the sky. Big reach, big lift. And then sink the hips back down. We're going to take that leg that's extended in front of us, the left leg, take it back behind us. Right sole of foot to that thigh. Hands frame the right knee. We're going to find up some warm-ups here. Similar to cat-cow. We're going to dive down, exhale. And then inhale, sweep up and through. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, sweep up and through. Continue a few more times on your own, rounding the spine as we dive and lifting back up with energy with the breath in. One more time. And then lifting up. We're going to swing that back leg around. Could be the other side. Right leg extends out to the side. Left sole of foot into that leg. Right toes pull back towards the body. Inhale, lift up. Turn towards that right leg. Exhale, lower down. So finding our placement for our hands, thigh, shin, toes, foot, or strap. Drop the left elbow, shoulder down and in. Inhale. Reach forward, pull forward. Exhale, come down. Inhale, pull forward. And then exhale, round down. A couple rounds of breath here. breath, most important part of our practice. The breath that renews us, energizes us, breathes life, and stokes that passion, that fire in our heart. Right hand remains on leg, foot, or strap. Inhale, left fingertips reach up to the sky, and then over towards those right toes. Keep the left shoulder back. Continue to reach and breathe. Inhale, lengthen, extending through that left side body. Exhale, drop down a little more. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, drop the left hand arm down. Inhale, lift back up. Back through center, left hand plants slightly behind us. And right fingertips lift as the hips lift. Big reach to the sky. And touch that sky, or in my case, treetop, the canopy. And then lower down. And then bring your leg back behind you, left sole of foot to the leg. Hands frame the left knee. We find breath and movement. Exhale, diving down. Inhale, sweeping up and through. Exhale, dive down, chin tucks. We open up the throat, chest, the heart as we lift up. A few more times on your own. One more time through. And then from there, we're going to take that leg back around front. We're going to come to all fours, hands and knees. Palms flat in the mat. Fingers spaced. Feel each fingertip grip into the mat. The tops of the feet root into the mat. From here, stepping the feet, walking the feet back to plank. Soft gaze looking down. In between the hands. Core strong and engaged. Breathing in and breathing out. So find that sweet spot for the hips. They might drop a little bit, lift up. And we simply breathe. Instead of so much weight pressure in the hands, try to think of the core as doing the lifting. Breathing in and breathing out. We can always come down to our knees, our forearms, elbows, if that works out better for us. Make this practice work for you. Deep inhale, plank. Exhale, hips lift, back and up, down dog. Begin walking out the feet several times, left and right. Find stillness in the body, lifting the hips back and up. Extend through each fingertip into the mat. Nice long line, top of hand through wrist, through forearm. Version body. Hanging, head hanging heavy below the heart. Bringing some comfort, some nourishment to the mind. And then next, inhale, left leg lifts back up behind us, three-legged dog, big reach to the sky. Left foot steps forward and through, in between the hands. Right heel presses back. Find that long diagonal line, back of head, through neck, spine, all the way back to the heel. And then inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. Big reach to the sky. Breath is in. We lift up. Exhale, sink your hips a little bit lower. Biceps, triceps, strong and engaged. Inhale, lift up, reach to the sky. Exhale, float the chest over the leg, reach back through the fingertips, palms facing up towards the sky. Try to relax through your shoulders, really getting that separation, shoulders away from the ear. Inhale, lift back up. We're going to drop that right heel. Warrior two. Sink and drop the hips. Left knee out, right hip back. Left fingertips reaching forward. Right back behind us. Try to tuck the hips a little bit more underneath the shoulders. We have a tendency to let our hips kind of sway out towards that inside edge of the mat. Try to bring them back in, reaching forward and back. Left palm to the sky. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right arm hangs loose. Left fingertips reach up and then back behind us. Bicep a little closer to the face. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, supported side angle with reach. Right fingertips reaching towards the front of your mat. Left forearm, elbow can be on leg, or the fingertips can brush down. Just touching the floor, using the elbow to open up the hip by pressing the inside of the leg and the knee. And then right hand drops down, pivot to the right toes. Right foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back half lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Sweep out, lifting up, big reach. Exhale, back bend. Hold here for a moment. Let the head fall back. Full spine, backward bending, lower, middle, and upper. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower down. Hands plant down, feet step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga, elbows in tight. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Tops the feet to the mat. Toes flip, down dog. Forward to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, sweep up and through, cobra or up dog. Toes flip, down dog. Move through that half series flow another couple of times on your own. Let the breath be your guide. And then come back to your down dog. Walk that out a few times, left and right. And then find stillness. 2 deep rounds of full cleansing breath in down dog. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, right leg lifts tall up behind us. Big reach to the toe. Right foot steps forward and through in between the palms. And then we hold that long line, pressing back through the left heel. Long diagonal. Next, inhale, power up. Big reach to the sky. Crescent lunge. Getting powerful, strong in this moment. Finding our grounding, being confident in this moment so we can continue that same confidence throughout our day, leaving our mats. Returning to our breath when necessary. And finding our transition. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, drop the heel, outer edge. Back to warrior two. So find that little bend. Little bounce as we lower down. Making sure a long enough stance that the knee doesn't go over the toes. We want it somewhere above the ankle. Relax the shoulders down if your shoulders are tight. Both palms can rotate up to the sky. So the shoulders release. And then palms lower back down. Face the earth. Really sink and drop. Just this moment. Just this breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep turning the right knee out. Keep rolling the left hip back. Right palm to the sky. Exhale, reverse warrior. So try to keep the hips dropped from that warrior two position. So we reach back through the right fingertips behind us. That hand can rest on the left thigh. The fingers can hang loose. You can also always find a tuck of that arm back behind you, the small of the back. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, Supported side angle. So arm can be up, we can find a reach, or we can find full side angle. The fingertips brushing the mat again. Or we can extend long, our choice. Kind of experiment, see what feels right for you today. Once again, this is your moment. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop that hand down, pivot to the left toes, and then step the left foot forward, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower down, reverse swan dive, sweep out, lift up, big reach to the sky. Head falls back, back bend. You're looking for a new spot. Where our space is in the ceiling, the wall, our tree canopy. That's what I look for, maybe a new branch back behind me. And then inhale, lift up, swan dive, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower down, feet walk back to plank. From here we lower down, chaturanga, elbows in tight. Inhale, cobra up dog. Toes flip, down dog. Again to plank. Lower down. Sweep up and through. Toes flip, down dog. A couple more times on our own. Following our breath. We'll take a rest in child's pose. So come back to plank, drop to the knees. Knees can be together, knees can be wide, big toes touch, your preference. And then begin to lower down, forehead to the mat. Breath is deep. Three rounds of deep breath here. Breathing together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Breathing in. And out. That air, the breath, igniting that fire in the heart. Inhale, last time. And exhale. Slowly lifting back up. All fours, hands and knees. Lift up to plank. Hips lift back and up. And then walk the feet to the top of your mat. Body hangs heavy. Forward fold. The whole body be loose here. Let it hang. Walk out the hips to knees, left and right. Roll the wrists in one direction, then the other. Head a heavy weight. Stress, anxiety, your past day, week, month, year. Feel that wash, roll right off your shoulders. Dripping onto the earth, letting go of that. And slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Chin to chest, shoulders roll back. Head lifts, eyes closed, mountain pose. Feet, hips width distance apart. Find a little wiggle, the hips side to side. Two circles in one direction. Two circles in the other. And then come to stillness. Come to quiet. Palms spread wide, facing forward. Back to your moment. Find balance and tree pose next. Shifting weight over to left leg and foot. Eyes can open. Right sole of foot, ankle joint, calf, or above the knee. Doesn't matter how high we go. It's about finding that open hip, knee out, hip squared forward. Hands can be down, heart center. If we choose to take goalpost arms today for our practice, we find that focal point and we begin to breathe. Arms can always be extended long as well. Just this moment, just this breath. Seems fitting tree pose in the woods background I have here for my practice. Breeze coming through. And our balance today, we're a little wobbly, no worries. We're just one of those trees kind of blowing in the breeze. We have our foundation that's strong and cannot be broken. We chose those gold post arms. Let's lift up. Big reach in the sky. Even as we reach, still drop the shoulders down. And then palms touch. Hands lower heart center. Release that leg. Shake out standing leg. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down to reset. Then we shift over to the right leg and foot. Left sole of foot, ankle joint, calf or above. Knee turns out, hip square forward. And then hands heart center. You can take gold post arms. Another option is lifting up, palms can touch. And then we drop the hands back behind us, thumbs grazing the back of the neck. Knee out, hip square forward. You're finding that you balance a little more easily on one side versus the other. Practice both of those to bring those two closer to center to balance. So for wobbly, our exhale will help ground us. So we focus on that exhale, rooting the right foot and leg deeper into the mat each round of breath. We find ourselves holding our breath. It's going to be a little bit more wobbly. We'll find that sway, we'll lose our balance. The same way throughout our day, when we're feeling a little wobbly, off, and our mind is racing, come back to your breath. Help that breath, allow it to ground you. Inhale, lift up, palms touch. Hands lower heart center. Release that top leg. Shake out the standing. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down from the ears. Return to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep out, lift up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower down. And then step that right foot back. Bring that low runner's lunge again. Right hand to the mat. Left fingertips reach up to the sky, opening up in a twist. One long line, right wrist through left fingertips. We're going to keep the left fingertips lifted to the sky. We're going to come into a side plank based off of this right hand. So a couple of options. We can drop the right knee and then stick the left leg out. Been practicing for a while. Feels like we want to just go for it. Keep that knee lifted and then step the left foot right back. We can stack or stagger. That back knee can be down. We can lift the left leg up to the sky. We can reach the left fingertips to the front of the mat. Or an option, if that leg is lifted, we can reach back and grab for the foot or the ankle. Kicking back into the hand. Maybe looking up past the left shoulder to the sky. We took that grab, release. Left hand back to the mat. Lower down, chaturanga. Sweep up and through, cobra up dog. Toes flip, down dog. Feet step back to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower back down. This time left foot steps back. Right foot stays forward. We start with that left hand planted. Right fingertips reach up to the sky. So we've been through this pattern, this progression before. This side is brand new to us, so we have no judgment, no expectations for this side. So we know where this transition takes us. Option again is to drop that left knee, begin to kickstand that foot out, step that foot back to our kneeling side plank. Or if we'd like, Just stepping that foot right back. Making sure I don't go over my ledge here behind me into the woods. That'd be a good outtake, right? I'd keep it on this video for you. Find that reach. You can find that lifted leg. You can find that kickback. But most importantly, we what? We breathe. And then hand floats back down to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. And this time as we sweep up and through to cobra up dog, we're going to hold there. So if we're in cobra, belly button to the mat, elbows in tight, pulling back to the heels of the hands. Otherwise, extending the arms long, listening to that low back, seeing what we need for today. And then toes will flip, hips lift back and up, downward facing dog. Last time in down dog here for our practice today. Go forward to plank. Drop to the knees. You can always do a jump through if that's part of your practice. I chose not to because I'm staring down this bench right here. I'm going to take a shot right to the forehead. Make your way to your back, a little close. Knees pull into the chest, big squeeze. Little rock, we're finding comfort in our backs, rocking side to side. Circles in one direction, then the other. Enjoying this moment we've been gifted today. We talk about the day being a blessing, but think about it also as a gift. It's a present we can unwrap with the first rich breath of each day. Kick our arms out to the side in a T. We're going to drop our legs over to the right. Spinal twist. You can always start with our feet on the ground, soles, feet, outer edges of the mat. Maybe a little gentler twist. Gaze point can be towards the sky, our ceiling, our tree canopy. You can always let the head fall over, looking past the left fingertips. Try to relax through the core. That will allow the lower spine to release. Inhale back through center. And then exhale, drop legs off to the left. And then a little pop, a little release through that low spine. It is a blessing. It is a gift to be unwrapped. Passion, that fire in the heart, also shouldn't be boxed up. Let's unwrap that. Let's not hold that gift to ourselves. What's your fire? What's your passion? Go out and get it. Go out and let it shine. Lifting out of that twist back to center. Knees one big pull in. And then exhale, release. We're going to find a few quiet moments on our backs. We can allow our legs to extend long. Feet separate, toes roll out. Arms slightly separate from the body, palms up. Relax the fingers. Remain on your back and returning to a seated position so I can speak a little more easily. Letting go of whatever that practice looked like. Once again, coming back to this moment we've been given. Perfectly designed for us. We might have had other plans, but something brought us to this practice, to our mats today. Predestined, arranged for us, perfectly created. Breathing in and out as we sink deeper into the mat. So when I came to my mat for this practice here today, I actually had another location in mind. It's in a small pond, about 100 yards from here, but walking by, it was really packed with 5, 6, 7 fishermen. And I realized that wasn't going to be the best spot for today. So I kept walking and I came to this place. Something about it just felt right. So I had designs, plans, on where I originally wanted to do this practice. But God had a different place in mind. Always creates a perfect picture. It's just up to us to listen, to keep our eyes open, our hearts open, and nestle into that place that was perfectly designed for us. So we breathe, find peace in that place that was created for us. Finally, we find quiet and breath. Continues to ignite that fire in our heart. So when we leave our mats, we can shine that light and let that fire burn in the world. Unwrap that gift and breathe. You need to roll your shoulders up, back, and down from your ears. While you're on your back, kind of pull them up, do a little pinch, pull them back down the rib cage, lift them up, pull them up towards the ears, and then really pull them back, feel them root into the earth below you, and then slowly slide them back down. On our backs, we take a full body stretch. We reach back behind us through the fingertips. We point forward through the toes. Then we begin to pull one arm in. We lay over, roll to that side. Pull legs into a comfortable position. Take a few rounds of deep breath on that side. And then when ready, returning back to seated. Take your time, no rush. If you're still slowly coming out of it, take a few more moments on your back. No rush, no hurry. no worry. Why don't we take our time coming out of that final posture? So if we rush too quickly out of that, we rush too quickly back into our old way of doing things. We're busying ourselves too much, not taking time for us, not taking time to appreciate the blessings that we've been given. We're jumping back too quickly into technology, where we prefer that human connectivity. So once we're seated, lengthen through the spine. Take a deep round of inhale. Arms sweep out, lift up, reach to the sky. Big reach, palms touch. Hands lower, heart center. Thank you so much for joining us for this practice today. Hopefully we'll find you soon for another practice. Maybe that one by the pond that I spoke of before on that beautiful pier. Look for that practice coming soon. But after all, today, this was the right spot for me to be. Your mat right now, the right spot for you to be. So thank you so much for joining us. Let your fire, your passion, your light shine. Namaste and blessings on your stay. It's been Yoga with Zack. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.